Eugene Rose Bellany, not Eugene, not Eugenie. No, I'm saying it in general. Not Eugene, not Eugenie, not Eugenie, Eugene. Every black woman, every black man with a unique name, ask them. Don't just pronounce and just put it out there. Ask. I'm going to be doing a two-part poem for you. The first one is called The Equation and the Answer. The equation and the answer. Frustration divided by a nation is the equation of simulation. Assimilation only to be alienated by an alien nation where Caucasians cause abrasions on blacks. Then also reconciliation to Asians for one atom bomb in Vietnam, as the words I is and ain't no longer taint your Harvard tongue with old open Negro spirituals and slave rhetoric to protect, project, and connect. Shackled hands reaching north only to bring forth a generation of assimilating sisters, believing they're not black but they're brown. Harriet Tubman should have shot your sorry ass down then. Maybe your soul could rest in peace while fake nails and hair weaves have deceased the one real piece of life you now hold. All battered and scared, frustration. Divided by a nation. Suicide, castration, synonyms, same, the equation yet there. On the backs of leaves in a breeze beneath the sky to the answer I had been searching for without knowing it. Until I noticed it as a color instead of a word, silver, silver, silver. The silver lining giving me hope and let my spirit be free and optimistic. I am nothing but a child. I am Eugene Rose, the defiant rose that grew from the concrete jungle, reborn, reimagined, creating a cultural shock in which I am the one to defer the minds of the drifters who no longer have the power. Right? Who no longer have the power of their tongues, giving them a sense of curiosity to explore a nation that is up in flames. Put a big prize on the other side of fear. Heaven on the other side of a home. Heaven on the other side of death. A home on the other side of a snowstorm. An address on the other side of these tangle of streets. I was born to tell a message from the sun. The young me flew through the galaxy and searched for a star to be my mother. She looked at me and called me close. She said she would give me some of her light and to call it my soul. She told me she would send me to be raised by her sister, Mother Earth. And in return, I had to radiate my soul for everyone I know. And there, I found my answer. But why must we suffer the pain and agony of hatred embedded in this nation's history? I, as a young black girl, growing up with the mentality of having unicorns and everything to be perfect, then seeing slowly what the country you call home does to your people. I cry in silence, knowing that if I holler louder enough than the average person, I must be a crazy black kid, right? It seems that I've misplaced my etiquette, right? The one that was taught to me by a white teacher who's only in it for the money for my pain is nothing more than a hit-and-run accident in your brand new Maserati. Later to be shown in the nightly news with a corresponding story talking about the black mother who outlived the adolescence of her son. How his Harvard tongue was not good enough how his Harvard tongue wasn't good enough to respect his brittle black body. I was born into everything. My mother talked to me. But yet the clock is ticking. And at 6 years old, we should not be reciting our ABCs as we hide where a bad man cannot see. I thought that everybody was welcome at school. Why can't the man with the toy gun come in too? Y'all are here saying black don't crack me while y'all shadow at melanin like glass. The clock is ticking. And my heart should not drop in fear when I hear that all the metal doors at my brother's school have been replaced with wide glass windows, perfect to let light, air, bullets, and a lovely view of the world outside. The clock is ticking. And what's wrong with my generation? What's wrong with yours? Hide under tables, lock all doors, but sorry, you won't get legislation that's secure. The clock is ticking. And while you were behind a glass window pane somewhere protected by what could withstand hurricanes, and you should not have to be prompted for empathy. Can't you see that these teens have been through enough? The clock is ticking. And if my friend can take one look at his campus and infer, in the event of an armed intruder, the juniors would be the first to go because, there's no escape from the basement classrooms that they place us in. Because to some, the media is only fake news. The clock is ticking. And I should be worried about what I'm going to wear tomorrow, or if that boy I pass in the halls will notice me. I should be staying up all night studying for chem, instead of sobbing under my sheets at 1 a.m. worrying if this day is going to be my last, or if a gunman will walk past me. Maybe he'll just forget why he's here. Or maybe he'll just disappear into thin air. The clock is ticking. And I will not be silent, because Valentines are for chocolates and candy hearts, not the feeling of your soul getting ripped apart. You knew this boy. He might not have been your friend, and to be honest, you suspect that he could be your end. The clock is ticking, and I will not be silent, because at concerts all you need to hear are the beating of drums, not the beating of your heart racing as bullets rain up from the sky above. You sang of God only moments ago, so why is he punishing us like this? The clock is ticking, and I will not be silent, because clubs are partying hard and spending the next morning in bathroom, not cowering with 22 others inside a stall, waiting for the gunfire to come to an end, and you only came to have a nice night with your girlfriend, and you can't tell if this is her blood or yours. It hurts that I have to know that you will happily invest more money into the preservation of wildlife more than you ever would to Black lives. The clock is ticking, and the glass walls are shattering. My bullets are words, and I will not go down in silence. I'm a Pisces, but that is exactly what we're trying to invest in. We want poetry like that in our communities, right?